as promised, here's my finished Disney mini album using the Say Cheese line. Because I have already done a Disney mini album, it was my goal this time around to use this different, to make it as different as possible. But in looking online for printables and things like that, I didn't love anything as much as I did the Simple Stories Say Cheese lines. So I opted to go with that. I completed this album in just over a week, about a week and a half actually. I took it to Crop and Create Calgary, and it was kind of just a busy work project. I didn't have to make a mini album for this trip. I already had a Shutterfly digital book printed for this trip that my husband and I took back in 2012. But instead of taking my whole craft room to the Crop, I decided that it would be fun to do another Disney album. So I really love the way that my first one turned out, and there is a video for that share as well. I'll link it down below. It was actually my very first video that I posted here on my YouTube channel, and it's amazing how many views it's gotten. So I'm hoping that this video will inspire some other people as well. It's using a lot of the same products, but I tried to make it as different as possible. So I'm not going to share all the products, just a few here and there. If you do have any other questions, please let me know, and I will be sure to get back to you. I do respond to all the comments left on my channel. So like I said, I used the Say Cheese line and the Say Cheese 2 lines. This was just a piece of 12 by 12 paper and then some cut aparts that I layered on top. I used my new tab punch a lot, just in using scraps of the paper. So this is the tab punch from We Are Memory Keepers. And again, I used the stickers from the Say Cheese line, just like I used in my first album. What I did buy differently this time was these tags with the stitching. Initially I thought that I would use a lot of stitching throughout my album, but because I was at a Crop, I didn't really want to bring my sewing machine. So there is a little bit of stitching throughout, just on the tags, and then some faux stitching that I added just with a journaling pen. This ribbon I just bought from this local scrapbook store at the Crop, and then this is Heidi Swapp puffy sticker. So I incorporated a lot of black, red, yellow, and then the blue that is in the products. Now when I first started my album, I had this idea to use acetate transparencies to act as dividers. Here in Canada, it's very, very hard to get your hands on those. I was envisioning like the acetate with like bold black and white stripes or bold polka dots or stars and things like that. I did go to a local scrapbook store to search for those, but they didn't carry them. So instead, I bought plain, just clear acetate, and then I tried stamping. People who have been watching me for a while will know that I'm not very good at stamping. I did give it a solid effort, but it just wasn't working. It was too slippery of a surface. The StazOn worked awesome, but the stamps that I had weren't as graphic as I wanted them. And so my mom lent me some alcohol inks, and so I just there's 3 dividers that are acetate transparencies, and then 3 dividers that are just a 6x8 page protector. Just because in experimenting with the acetate, I ended up ruining a lot of the sheets that I bought, and so it was just like a compromise. So I'm happy with how it turned out. It wasn't what I initially envisioned, but it is what it is. So here's a divider. I'm just sliding this white piece behind it so you can see. It's a really subtle polka dot in like a blue. And so this is like my title page, I guess. And then the back side. Now my issue with the overlays and things like that is I have to get over it. Seeing the opposite, like the embellishments that are on the back, the embellishments that are on the front, you can see also on the back. It doesn't bother me as much as I thought it would, but it's still growing on me. So these are just, I used primarily the Stampin' Up! Page Protector 4 with the 4 3x4 pockets, and then I also used Design 5 with the 4x6 at the bottom. Now when I bought all these products, I ordered from a Canadian online store called Scrapping Turtle, and when I ordered the page protectors, I didn't read it properly, and so I thought I was ordering 6x8 page protectors, but instead it was a 4x6. And so I decided to go with it anyway, and that makes my album quite a bit different than the first one, because there's all these little kind of almost inserts throughout the album. So this first little section was Magic Kingdom, and then we have just a divider. I might put a tab on here actually so that it acts more like it's more obvious that it's a divider. But I was excited to get this video up, and Nora's still sleeping. So so this is Animal Kingdom. So I just used some of the 12x12 papers and cut them down to be 6x8, and then just added the title Animal Kingdom, just so it was pretty obvious that we're switching places here. And I had fun embellishing these larger formats as well. Here's another one of those stitch tags, and then throughout I also used like almost these like enameled dots. There's enameled circles, stars, and hearts that are from Fancy Pants. And then I used just a mixture of leftover black thickers that I had. So I think I used 2 or 3 different packs from different designers, different fonts, I guess, and I just mixed and matched, and I really liked the way it turned out, because I just wanted to use up what I had. These gold letters I used on my cover, and I also wanted to use the gold throughout, because the Say Cheese 2 line has accents of gold. So I just put a K there for Christy. And here's another thing that I ordered by accident. I thought it was going to be the 6x8 page protectors with the 2 4x6s, and it wasn't. It was this like little insert size. So it worked out. I mean, I could still incorporate the landscape photos, and it's a little bit different. And I like when you're turning the page, it's like more obvious that this is like an insert. I think people viewing it will notice, I guess. I know when my husband was flipping through, he definitely picked up on that. My friend Tara lent me her, I don't know the name of the stamp set, but it's from Studio Calico, and it's like a fairy tale themed one, so there's some stamping throughout. I initially borrowed it so that I could stamp on the overlays, but that didn't work for me, so yeah. So I also used some red glittery thickers that I just had left over in my stash. So in addition to the sticker sheet, I got the ephemera pack and the chipboard sheet as well. I think I used every single piece of the chipboard throughout my album, so that was fun. And then I initially planned on just using cut-aparts for my pages, but at the crop, my mom's friend Jessica had some leftover Project Life cards from the Say Cheese line, so she gave me those as well, and they came in super handy. Here's another one of those Heidi Swap puffy stickers, and then I used 2 different washies throughout the album as well. Some more Maggie Holmes gold chipboard letters. These rhinestones I had in my stash and just wanted to use them up. Black vellum heart from 7 Paper. Had a lot of fun, as I always do, creating like little filler cards, adding the chipboard and the stickers and the ephemera just throughout, just to add some more interest. Another insert, another little divider. So we went to a giraffe ranch, which was about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from Orlando, and we got to feed lemurs and feed giraffes, and we went on a camel ride, so that was really, really fun. So mix and matching the enamel shapes with the chipboard and the ephemera. I did use a circle punch and a label punch and my tab punch just to add extra bits and pieces for layering. Another gold letter from Maggie Holmes. Another acetate insert. Again, like these are fit. I cut them a little bit bigger than the 6x8 page protector so that it's obvious to turn it, but I'm not sure if I need a tab there or not. Haven't really decided. And then the things that I added to the acetate, I just used glossy accents to adhere it down, and I made sure not to put any glossy accents like in places where you would see it through the transparency. Now we're on to Hollywood Studios, and I'm just realizing I didn't make that obvious on here, so I might have to go back and add that. I did use my new roller stamp from Stampin' Up! Quite frequently, just to add like little labels and things throughout. Now we're on to Epcot, which is the last section. We loved Epcot and spent not most of our time, but a big chunk of time in Epcot. Other things from my stash that I used were like paper clips. I think there's 2 of these ones and then a star one that I used. I believe these are from Smashbook, whatever that line is, and the star one was from a Studio Calico kit. The flare here and the flare on the cover I got from Jessica, so I'm not quite sure where she got those from. A lot of the, like I'd say about half of the filler cards I left as just like as is, and then in my true style, I always had to like add a little bit of something. Any stickers that you see are from the Say Cheese sticker sheet. And here's a nice example of the mix and match of the different fonts. So I believe one is Amy Tangerine and one is just, I can't remember the name of that font, but it's like everywhere. And then lastly, just to finish it off, was some photos of a 5K run that I did through Epcot, and then some photos of our hotel. And that's it. That's my album. I wish I had like just 1 or 2 more pieces of cardstock or pattern paper just to add some finishing touches to the front and back cover. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Again, these transparencies weren't quite what I had envisioned, but it works and it's done. and I'm happy to say it's finished and I can go back to doing weekly project life. So yeah, please let me know if you have any comments or questions that I could answer for you. And I'll put a link down below to my other Disney album share video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I can't believe my channel has been active for almost a year. It's crazy that I started the channel with a Disney album, and here almost a year later I'm doing another Disney album. So I also wanted to say that I do have a few little bits and pieces left over from my Disney album that I'd love to share with you. So if you would like to be entered into a little giveaway rack, just let me know below some information, I guess, like where you went, Disneyland, Disney World, when did you go, that sort of thing, and I'll enter you into a draw. I'll probably pick a winner in the next week or so and pop that in the mail. So yeah, just leave me a comment below if you'd like a little rack from me with Disney, my leftover Disney bits. Thank you again so much, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.